So if you guys thought the Apple Watch was, well, the Apple Watch edition was going to be the most idiotic priced piece of tech out there, there's more. So, the Apple Watch edition was going to be priced anywhere between 10 grand to 17 grand, give or take, right? And a lot of people out there was like, wow, that's got to be like, only an idiot would drop, 10 to 17 grand on a piece of tech. I guess this is a new trend that's starting to happen in the world of mobile tech, because now there's a $10,000 iPhone, which I think I busted a joke about that on a prior video. I guess it was already in the works. It was already made, and it's, it was talked about 4 days ago on CNET, and it's a gold edition iPhone. And I was like, wow, and it's going to cost 10 grand. And I was like, oh man, like, I know that there's stuff that's made for those around the world who live in a higher bracket than us, those who look at $100 bill like we look at a dollar bill, and maybe it was created and pitched towards them. But I mean, how many people do you think are really gonna have the gold iPhone 6? Besides all the famous people, just like, how many average people do you think you'll walk past on a normal day? I mean, I know there'll probably be like some Chinese manufacturers out there who's going to create these phone cases to make a plain iPhone 6 look like a $10,000 gold iPhone 6, but to really own a device that has a gold body build is just, well, I don't know. What makes it much more worse, guys? The fact that Samsung is following in this trait, and that's where I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on out there? Because apparently there's going to be a Galaxy S6 Edge made with gold, and it's going to be priced around, I think, $2,500. So maybe it's not like up there in like the 10 grand mark or the 17 grand or the $25,000 mark, $2,500. That seems a little bit more in our price range. But then again, I mean, here's where, Samsung basically going to open up another lawsuit for itself if Apple wanted to get back into their whole lawsuit rage. I mean, honestly, do you guys really think that Apple's probably not going to sue? Like, let's say if the S6 Edge Gold outsells the iPhone 6 Gold. Yeah, Apple's really going to want to sue them on that and be like, oh, well, we were the first ones to do it, and blah, 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 and Samsung. And that's where it all boils down to, and I think that's where a lot of my faith in Samsung has dropped. I used to really like Samsung, especially, when I had the S2. I was a big supporter. I wouldn't call myself a Samsung Knight. If you guys don't know what a Samsung Knight is, they're just an elite group of people that really support Samsung, and they just know Samsung products inside and out. But I really consider myself one of them, and even at this point right now, I really can't stand by Samsung. Really, like, one of the funniest things that was ever mentioned was in it was one of those interviews with a rep from HTC who had said that Samsung is in it for the money. And I mean, I don't know, some people might take that right there a little bit bold, because aren't every manufacturer in it for the money type thing. But I think really what he was trying to focus on was like, Samsung, I guess, could try to be like Apple for the Android world. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. Like, Samsung, depends on Android for its operating system, because let's face it, for those people who disagree with me on this, Tizen is not something that really caught on over here, and which is why Samsung didn't abandon Android like they had claimed they were going to do when they released Tizen to the market. It just didn't catch on. So, but I think like Samsung, the way they build their products, and a lot of people will point out that Samsung directly rips off Apple and what they do, and that could be the case. It really can, and I think that Samsung, with what I just said, like them being what the iPhone is to the world of Android, so building a device similar to the iPhone in just about certain ways, I don't know if they think like that's gonna stop people from jumping from Android to iOS or what. Like there's really not much that can be said about that, except for the fact that it's blatantly wrong, and it just really, for my opinion, Samsung loses points for that. Making a Galaxy S6 Edge gold, and you're gonna market it for $2,500. I don't know. I find it totally wrong. I think it's idiotic and stupid. Like, if they wanted to make premium stuff, like build cases, so at least it's optional, right? Like, if you wanted a gold phone, you can put it in a case that's constructed of gold, and then therefore, you can rock a device as gold. But I mean, to actually have them built, and like, what is the whole point of having your phone built by gold? It doesn't add any extra features to it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help keep the CPU much cooler. It doesn't. It's just a gimmick. I don't really see a reason for that. Like, sometimes I feel like gimmicks don't belong in mobile tech. Like, some people will I guess I have to take that back. I really can't say gimmicks don't belong in mobile tech, because there's some things that are gimmicky that actually are cool. But it just depends. Like, that kind of stuff, that little bougie stuff that they try to throw in there, gold-plated phones or gold-constructed phones, is just not needed. When you have someone like Sharp who's trying to make like a bezel-less phone with the Aquos Crystal, which, it's not bad of a phone. It has its quirks, it has its ups and downs, and of course it's going to be. I mean, it's charted in new territory. I mean, that's a gimmicky phone, but at the same time, it serves a purpose that is trying to remove bezels and just to have a phone that was bezel-less, and it was very great experience. It just needed to be touched up a little more. Okay, so, but to have a gold constructed phone, that's just like, oh man, when you have something like that, it's just, I don't know, man. It's overly weird. It's not really needed. I think it's something that should just stay out. Really, I would love to know what you guys think. So, comment in the comment section of this video what your guys' thoughts on about all these phones that are already in the $1,000 marks, and what you guys support them, you guys against them. Please tell me your reasons why. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, do so. Click that subscribe button down there, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.